It's lightning. Alright, no, it's obviously Cameron. I mean, the entire season of Revenge of the Island is built on the story of Cameron overcoming his weaknesses and becoming a stronger person. Lightning, he just doesn't do shit at all. You know how Total Drama always has two winners per season? Well, besides the reboot. If there was ever a season to only feature one winner, it would definitely be this season. And in fact, the entire world seems to agree with this. According to the Total Drama Wiki, Lightning only won in 5 countries, one of which Cameron still won in, but it was on a different network. So, Lightning only won in the United States, Ireland, Serbia, the Philippines, and another network in Italy. That is insanely lopsided, and it's hard to really argue with it when watching this season because, as I said, Cameron's underdog journey for the most part is the season. Despite all of that, I am here to try to argue why Lightning is the real winner of the season. Keep in mind, I don't actually think he's the canon winner, but I wanted to set this challenge for myself to see if I could do it. So now, let's see. First, Lightning cares a lot about winning, and I mean a lot. Playing sports and winning is pretty much everything he knows. In episode 2 of Revenge on the Island, Shoot Their Laser Shark, after the toxic rats lose the challenge, Sam makes a comment about winning not meaning everything. This single comment infuriates Lightning and thus, he chases after Sam for this comment.
Team of losers!
Come on, winning isn't everything.
Yeah!
The reason I bring this up is because the entire story of the toxic rats for the first half of the season is Scott trying to sabotage to make his team lose. This reaction from Lightning and his entire mantra of always wanting and needing to win directly opposes everything Scott tried doing, and Scott was definitely the main antagonist of the season. Joe was another main antagonist, but Scott was constantly being devious like this and actively looking to screw over his main teammates. Lightning could have definitely done more to prevent more losses, but we all know that Lightning is not really smart, and I mean, that's perfectly okay. But my point here is that since Scott was the main antagonist, and he eventually gets his comeuppance in the end when he's voted out, in the end, Lightning's philosophy of needing to win won out against Scott's philosophy of needing to lose. Now, as I mentioned, the other main antagonist of this season is Joe, who Lightning has a season-long rivalry with, all because he keeps thinking Joe is a dude. Watching this back, it is kind of weird, but as we know, Lightning is very dumb. What he isn't dumb about is knowing that Joe is a good competitor, and Joe kind of thought the same thing, but she knew she could take advantage of him quite easily because of how dumb he is. This all blew up when, in the episode Up, Up, and Away in My Pitiful Balloon, Joe and Lightning are specifically going for one another. Joe tries using Cameron to get to do things for her, which include building her hot air balloon and wrecking Lightning's helicopter. In the end, Lightning gets through to Cameron about not just doing whatever Joe says, and then, later in the challenge, Cameron takes out Joe. Cameron was showing to be more resilient as the season went on, but Lightning's winning mentality and advice was what Cameron needed to take out Joe. Lightning used Cameron's brains to do that, so everyone should have thanked and credited Lightning solely for that. He beat out his rival, one of the main antagonists of the season, which showed that he was the winner here.
You're an idiot! You couldn't even tell I was a girl!
You're what?
And then, Lightning and Cameron. When watching back this season, I counted the times when Lightning and Cameron collided in challenges or when one of them narrowly beat the other to win invincibility by doing something, basically their direct interactions in challenges. I tallied up the score to be 3-0 to Cameron. Cameron won invincibility for his team in Backstabbers Ahoy when he landed on the mine first after a collision with Lightning. Cameron won again individually in Up, Up, and Away in My Pitiful Balloon by crashing into the blimp and taking it and Heather out while Lightning was inside of the blimp, having the win in his hands. Cameron won again in Eat, Puke, and Be Wary when he hit on Lightning's back and touched the pole at the finish line first. Lightning had been beaten to the punch by Cameron on 3 separate occasions, and all 3 were, let's be honest, basically due to luck. But since Cameron had beaten Lightning 3 times, why would he need to win the finale against him? He already proved, luck or not, he could beat Lightning, which completed his underdog story in a general sense. Then, in the finale, Lightning's lack of brains screwed him over again when Cameron built up this electromagnetic field around the two of them to try to take out Lightning, but this only took himself out. In both endings of the season, they fall on top of each other and the one on top wins. Realistically, there's just no way that heavy armor Cameron has would be able to stay up that long, and he definitely should have fallen down first, leaving the Lightning to win. It just makes sense, physically and scientifically. And then in Lightning's ending, after the final challenge takes place, Cameron says that not getting utterly destroyed physically in the final was a victory enough for him. So he admitted that he didn't even need to win. Him just making it that far was a win enough for him, so this was Lightning's win. And with Lightning winning, that meant his father got to keep his championship ring since he bet them, which put more pressure on Lightning. Lightning and his father are born athletes and born winners. And you know what happens a lot of the time? The underdog doesn't always win. Sometimes the top dog just wins simply because they're better. And in this case, Lightning was better, making him the real winner of Revenge of the Island. And then in the premiere of All Stars, Lightning says the following.
Cool, but then it's every champ for himself, starting with number 1, and that's me.
Yeah.
I mean, if this doesn't confirm that he's the winner, then I don't know what does. It's clear as day. Alright, now let's get back to being serious. Besides the comedic rivalry with Joe, Lightning kind of doesn't really add much to the plot. Now, I think he's a great character, but he's usually just in his own world. He wasn't in many overarching plots or anything, and with the switch to 13 episodes, there was a lot less opportunity for that to happen. But the rivalry he has with Joe is fun once you get past the weird base of it, I guess. But hey, I did my best to argue why Lightning is the real winner of the season, but I'll be honest, that was kinda not easy. Even this season would make more sense to have one winner than the reboot season, and that's just because the story of Cameron is pretty much the story of the season. But forget all about that, because those of you who watch this video know who the true winner of Revenge of the Island is, and it's Rudolph Jackson. Thank you guys for watching. This was a fun little video I wanted to make, and there's going to be more Total Drama videos on the way. Maybe some other stuff that's affiliated with Total Drama, but not Total Drama, if you catch my drift. Anyways, comment down below and let me know what you thought and what else you'd like to see me talk about on this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, thank you for watching.